I'm
Put
ready
that. Hey,
for
put in the
you.
comments who your favorite team is. We'll respond to you. We'll talk about it next up and coming episodes to
Mhm.
come. But tell your people to join the community on the Swivel Podcast. We love doing this for you all. We're the best sports news and viral content. Here to give y'all all the content that y'all could possibly handle. Uh, okay, up next, Cena. Check this out.
Okay.
Jada Pinkett Smith is feeling some type of way, and she's pissed off at Will because Will Smith is hanging out with Johnny Depp, and she feels like Johnny Depp got him feeling like he's single.
Okay. Being a woman, and I say for men and women, let's just go back into any relationship. First, when it comes to Jada, you got the red table talk. You got all this stuff that embarrasses this man. You done disgrace this man. I've been there. Still am in the way right now. The man gives you everything you ask for. I want space. I want you to let me do me. I want you to sit there and understand that I want to be in my own realm. And then I could go over here and do this X, Y, and Z. Augustina, but neither here nor there. But the second when and then you allow him to go on stage and slap another man. That's not even beyond upon. But why are you upset when someone gives you has been trying to reach out to you the entire time to see how are you doing? Are you okay? But the first thing you're doing is sitting here getting upset with them because they give you everything you ask for. So now you mad because he hanging out with Johnny Depp. You told him to go find his own life. Now he found his own life, but now you want that life back. You can't have it both ways. Just be a woman and man up because you act like you got dick. Shut up.
I need. Do I need to
I
remind
don't
y'all?
know. I don't understand. If somebody in a relationship says what they want and then you give it to them, they want to get upset. Like, no, don't be upset. You said, I want you, I don't want to see you Monday through Thursday. We just finally give you Monday through Thursday. Now you mad because we ain't call you till Friday. What you want? You mad because we talking about, oh, I don't want, I think, I just want to have you not do this. He's doing all that. He gave you your space. He gave you your time. Let you have your little stupid rock band nobody even knows a song about. And then the second, when he goes off and does him, you want to throw up the red flag like, well, why you over here? Why you doing this? You told me leave you alone. Like,
Hey,
don't don't ask what you don't know what you ask him before you receive it, because if you receive it, it may not be what you want. You either happy that they leave you, mad that they didn't leave you alone. Now you're mad that they leaving you alone. They respecting you. Why don't you try to do the same thing?
see, see, see. I gotta remind people, man. People just think Jada just the goddamn angel, man. I gotta remind folks. I said, you remember that little TV show she had called Hawthorne?
Oh Lord.
You know
Yeah.
that TV show had 2 seasons.
Mhm.
You know why it
Mhm.
ended?
Why?
She was she was sleeping with Mark Anthony.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
She was sleeping with Mark. She what what's diabolical work? What was diabolical work is Will was on set during the last episode of Hawthorne. I think season 1 or season 2.
Yeah.
And there was a love scene in the back in the backyard, and Will was there, and he was like, "Well, that looked real. Like it looked real, too real." Come to find out,
Mhm.
come to find out, they was in a love affair, holding hands in New York City and shit, walking down Times Square and shit, kissing in public.
That's
Like
the thing is people don't get it. It's like
like people
with
don't.
her, it's like, why you mad? Like you the reason for your reckoning, and then you get upset when the reckoning happens because their people back up And it's for men and women. Why are you mad? You chose this. And now when you get what you choose, now you upset. Because while you looking in one direction, you got 100 people looking in the other direction at what you that was already locked in for you. And they just waiting for you to do something stupid. Hello,
Yeah.
Jay. They waiting for you to be something stupid. And don't be upset now that people say, oh, man, we got you. Look what Johnny Depp went through, that crazy chick up with the boo-boo on the bed.
Yeah.
That's not normal. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be upset that you want this other lifestyle, and then when they offer, then they give it to you after fighting for you, and then they still there, but you choose to go that way. Now you mad because, oh, you realize, oh, you mad because Bad Boys. That's what she mad about.
And
He
she,
probably cut her ass out of Bad Boys for money.
and she mad because he hanging out with Johnny Depp when you hung out with August Alsina, when you was entangled with who? August Alsina.
Casino.
Ain't no telling
Also,
who else
in
you.
Congo with Mark Anthony when he was still basically with J-Lo.
Yeah,
When you've
like
been in, things people don't understand. People don't see the stuff they do. When you put more energy into somebody else that is not who you are, who's your partner, and then you want to know why his point they break had that breaking point like Will did, and then he keeps succeeding. Everyone thought this after that Chris Rock thing, it was jacked up. But the second he said, no, forget you, I'm gonna focus on work again, what happened? Every studio hit him back up.
yep.
Don't be
Sure did.
mad. You be mad at yourself because
Be
when you
mad at
thought, because what you
yourself.
had, you took it for granted. What you
Yeah.
had, you took it for granted, and that's what happened. You took it for granted, and then
And
now
then
you realize that the house ain't yours, the cars ain't yours because you can't afford it.
and then here's the thing, man. Like you she I don't know what. Like
My thing, you got Will Smith, and you go down to August Alsina. You know how disrespectful that is. You went from a dude who has like Hollywood on his back, and then at the same time, you're gonna go for some little rum dum tum who's over here talking. Like that's the most insulting part. Will probably thought. We got this big, beautiful compound mansion. You want to deal with a kid who always got problems, or who's staying in our son's room. Like, did you forget where the money train came from? Did you forget where the love came from? I guarantee you will every day probably have breakfast waiting for her. I don't want to eat this. Oh, and I remember that one time when she said that, when Will said he spent a year planning her birthday, and she was disgusted, but it was all her favorite things. I'm like, wow, that's what we doing? And then he didn't
I my
even answer anything.
man, I
I'm like, why are you
take my
surprised? Huh?
I look, I take my hat off the wheel, man. You know,
Uh-huh.
I was angry with him. I was angry with him for a minute. Uh, because I realized who was the real catalyst, like of his unhappiness. And he ain't gonna admit it. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna admit it to the public eye because that ain't none of our business. But we on the outside looking in. You know how somebody can
Yeah.
actually, you can see, you know, it's not somebody trying to show you what they want to see, but it's actually live and living color, and they ain't changing it, and it ain't scripted, and you know it's real.
Uh-huh.
Like you
See,
can tell, yeah,
no, I'm agreeing. A
I
lot of
mean,
people
come
don't
on,
realize that.
yeah, it's he's on, and I think it's more like they got a love for each other, but they ain't in love with each other. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I, she didn't want to marry. She didn't even want to marry him.
I know.
She was in
Talking about
love with
climb down the
Tupac.
aisle. Mhm. Oh no, that's it. See, the thing was what really kills me is the fact is there's a lot of people out there like that. Like they don't realize what she took with him for granted was when it even came down to not even just movie roles or when it just came down to like food in the house or certain gigs she was getting and all that. But
Yeah.
it's not until the other person like Will, which like well I can speak from experience. No one sees it until you remove yourself in that situation, no matter how hard it might be.
Hmm.
But then they start seeing who's really the person who's the problem because she can't explain anymore why she doesn't have the same deals or anything. But at the same point, It's not until you remove yourself. Other people might have seen it, but they didn't know how bad it was. And
Was
then when
yeah.
they see it, when one person goes over here, the other one goes over there. At the end of the day, what they see is, wait, all this stuff you were saying, it ain't them, it's you.
That's what I was getting ready to say, Scott.
You.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah,
You
see,
going
he don't want to
you
get
do
to better state.
that too. That is keeper to keeper, and it's crazy as
Mm-hmm.
much because look, I'm gonna tell you what I saw. That red table talk when he was sitting at the table like this,
Mm-hmm.
when he was sitting like
I want to
that,
come.
oh, I thought he was gonna give her the business. I thought he was
I
gonna
wanted
put
him
it all on the
to give
table.
her the business. I
Yeah,
want her to get. I want to give her the business because you can only push someone so far, and then when they hit a point, let's see. The biggest thing is what's the hardest part is when you know you're the one. Like everyone thinks it's you, and like or they're not sure who it is. But when you have that like when you separate and they get to meet the people from themselves, then
yeah,
they realize. Sometimes they were like, well, wait, both of y'all are great, but then they were like, wait a second. I thought all this happened because of this one. But I see, wait, it's not them. They did everything. They just took you along for the ride.
yep,
Because
that's
they
it.
wouldn't have one or anything or the mother day. You damn sure wasn't going to have this one. I guarantee you she
Yeah.
would not be a part of the Matrix.
Oh no. Oh
I
no.
guarantee you, Will was the one who made that call. I've been
They
there. You
put
make that phone call, hey,
she
put them
wanted
on. Boom.
look, listen, she wanted Will. She wanted that money. They put in the video game, but they crazy. They put it in the movie. Look, let's see what did they do? They put Jada. They did put Jada in the movie. I think.
Hmm?
Yeah, they did put
She
Jada in the
was in it.
movie.
She
Yeah,
was
she was
in
in
it.
it.
Not
Yeah,
much. She was in it.
yeah.
But see, that's the thing is
Uh,
once you separate yourselves from that situation, people start adding it up. Like, wait, this person comes to work earlier on time, or this person doesn't look sad anymore. Yeah, they look sad because of like they put all their energy into that person. But wait, now this person it's showing like they say like that's on True Colors. Like, wait, this one is the reason for why I thought you were the one bringing us this. It was them this whole time.
yeah.
So where your money at? Or where's your support? Or wait, you ain't not one out there talking about when they hear me had to do late night shoots. It was him out there. She probably said, I gotta get home.
She messed up her own career, man. Like I like
Mm-hmm.
serious. After that Hawthorne shit, she messed up her own career.
Because I
She
think
messed that
that's
shit
when
up.
he pulled out. I
Huh?
think that's when he started pulling out and not giving her them deals.
Yeah. And yeah, man, like how can you get mad at the fact that this man wanna hang out with some of his celeb friends? And I'm pretty sure he been hanging out with Johnny Depp way before this. So, just because he's single, if I mean, do you really care?
Hold
Like, I
on.
mean, why do you care?
Mm-hmm.
Because you slept with
Because,
August Alsina, you give
no.
a fuck about how he felt.
Okay, speaking from experience, I can tell you why they care. Because they think if they got you wrapped around their finger, no one's gonna care about you. But people have been waiting for you to leave or take some space for them to actually say what they really feel. Because think about it, when if you deep in, if you locked in,
Mhm.
you're not like you gonna tolerate a lot of stuff. And then so it's like, nah, I gotta get home or I gotta do this and do that. But the second one, you the one put the foot down and say, it hurts me, but I'm gonna let you do you. Because now you gotta go do all the grocery shopping. Now you gotta be the one to make sure this is paid. Now you gotta be the one to make sure you get these assignments. You can't use my name no more. And it's not why I'm doing it to hurt you, it's what I'm doing to love you, to show you how much I've been doing for you.
Yeah.
And that's for men and women. A lot of people do not